Hey, I want to show you something. Things hidden from the beginning of time. You cannot mix light with darkness. This here, this is the illusion. The checkerboard with the black and the white, especially, is it? It is an illusion made by Satan himself. Let me tell you something. The book of Melchizedek, the creation of the universe, is true. Now, I had a conversation with Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the true name of Lord God Almighty. Father, our Father in heaven, it is Yahuwah. And the Son is Yahusha HaMashiach. So I need you to know something. Before there was Satan, the first created creature was Lucifer, the angel to lead the other angels. But here's what happens. Yahuwah made Lucifer beautiful, most beautiful angel, right? To lead the other angels. And he would learn the mysteries of good. He'd learn all the good things and teach the wisdom. That was Yahuwah's plan. But Yahuwah also, he wanted to give the angels free will because he does not want slaves. He does not want pawns or puppets, right? He doesn't want that because, the truth is he loves you all. He loves every creature and he wants you to have free will and have freedom. But here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. So problem arises. He gives free will to all his creatures. He says, this will be a test of your fidelity. You can choose to love me and listen to me and obey, or you can choose to not do that. And it's possible to disobey. And if you disobey, you lose your vital forces. You won't feel as good anymore. Basically, you won't feel good or alive anymore like you did when you obeyed me. And he also says this, there is also, here's the darkness. I am the source of all light. Yahuwah is source of all light and good. But he said, you can go over to the darkness if you want to. It is up to you. But no angel wanted to go to the darkness. They wanted to learn all the beautiful mysteries of light. The things that Yahuwah had to teach them were amazing and infinite. He has infinite wisdom, does not end. His wisdom does not end. So the eternal one, Yahuwah, he he rules, and everything's great, and the angels love it. But we have a problem. His first creature, Lucifer, who is teaching them all about good stuff, right? He is the one trumpeting the teachings and stuff, bringing out new teaching. Here's what happens. Lucifer gets interested in the darkness. He likes, he for some reason he likes it. He wants to go into the darkness and learn about that too. So he goes there. He goes in there. But he didn't do it before asking the Father, of course. He says, Father, I want to learn about the mysteries of darkness. And the Father was very sad and disappointed, but um, he said, you know, please don't, stay with me. But Lucifer took it upon himself. The Father knew it was in his heart. And Lucifer took it upon himself to go into the darkness, so he did. And he tried to teach light. He didn't intend to go all the way into the darkness. He just wanted to teach the things about, he wanted to teach about the light, mostly. He just wanted to teach about the light. But then he started getting so interested in the darkness that, he started losing his love for the Father. He started wanting to get away from the Father, spending time in darkness, learning the things in the darkness. Then he comes back, and then he tries to do both. He tries to do both, and he starts to think in his head. He thinks in his heart of hearts that, you know what? Why don't I just try and teach both? I think this could help. I think if I were to teach light and darkness together, things would be better. He went to Yahuwah, King of Kings, right? The king. And he said to the king, Yahuwah, he says, Can I have the throne for a while? I would like to try my way. And Yahuwah, of course, knowing the repercussions of that, what would happen, is he says, no, I love my creatures and I don't want them to learn these lies. That is basically what he was thinking. He says, no, I don't want this for for my children, my creatures. But Lucifer took it upon himself again to say, well, fine, if you don't give me the throne, I am going to teach them anyway. So he goes behind the Father's back and he starts teaching them the knowledge of good and evil. The knowledge of good and evil trumpeted through the universe of all the angels, and the angels say, what is this? I have never heard of this before. It is interesting. I think I like it. I don't know. Maybe I like it. Is this? And then some would say this is wrong. This is. You could say this is even no, not blasphemy necessarily, but this is wrong. This is against what the Father was teaching. Some of these things are contrary and lies, but some would say, no, I like this way better. I want to try doing bad too. So it becomes a war. It becomes a war between the angels when that doctrine is introduced, and the angels fight each other over who's right. And, the ones who stay with Yahuwah, and then there's the ones that were deceived, and then they realized the way of Yahuwah is better. But Lucifer kept on doing it. He kept teaching more about good and evil, bringing more, to his side, right? And eventually, um, it's like a declaration of war, and the enemies of um, the truth are discovered when Yahuwah is like this. He says, well, it looks like this is the time to make up your minds and it will be eternal. The choice is yours. Do you want to side with me or do you want to side with Lucifer, who is taught good and evil? You must make up your choice because from now on, he is Satan. He is my adversary. His knowledge of good and evil, or do you want to be with the truth? Unfortunately, some of them went over to the side of Satan. And then he got up from his throne and he walked in all his glory and light. He led them into that darkness and he lit it up and he created the world that we know now. And then of course was he made Adam and Eve after all the creations he made. He makes Adam and Eve with very much love and care and they worship him in the Garden of Eden. We'll go from here later, but this is the beginning. I wanted to enlighten you to this because it was brought to me by Yahuwah. I had a very deep conversation with Yahuwah, and he told me he's grieving for his children because they are still falling for the same old doctrine that the angels it deceived the angels, and of course it deceived Adam and Eve. And now the whole world is under that spell of good and evil. But you cannot mix the two. I tell you, you must be good. Be good, my children. I love you. Come back to Yahuwah. He loves you. Call on his name and remember the commandments. Keep them, and you will live.